DeVonta Smith is coming off an absolutely historic season with Alabama, and after winning the Heisman Trophy, he is ready to take the next step and go to the NFL. So in today's video, we'll talk about DeVonta Smith, his skills, and whether or not he has what it takes to be an NFL superstar. Let's get right into it. If you have not already, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm uploading videos every single week and the support goes a long way. But anyways, getting right into things, DeVonta Smith is easily the best receiver in this draft in the entire country, in my opinion. And he is the best in pretty much every aspect of receiving. Now, this isn't to say that the other receivers in this year's draft are bad. In fact, I think there are a lot of very talented receivers in the draft to go along with DeVonta Smith, like Jamar Chase, who before this season was probably going to be the first receiver taken in the draft, and even his teammate Jalen Waddle, who was projected before the season started to be better than DeVonta Smith before he got injured, obviously. But I think that after the season, with all that we have seen from DeVonta Smith, with all that he's accomplished with the dominant Alabama team, I think it is easy to say that DeVonta Smith is easily the best receiver in this year's NFL draft. Like I mentioned before, DeVonta Smith won the Heisman Trophy this season, and for a receiver to do that is pretty amazing. He's the first receiver since Desmond Howard in 1991, so first receiver in 30 years to get the Heisman Trophy, and he is one of only 3 receivers ever to gain this honor. So DeVonta Smith is in historic company when it comes to wide receivers all time in college football, and it is for good reason. DeVonta Smith is pretty much unguardable in every aspect. He beats guys in so many different ways, whether it's his elite route running, his great hands, or his great playmaking with the ball once he catches it. DeVonta Smith just has so many weapons to make big plays on the offensive end. In my opinion, the strongest aspect of DeVonta Smith's game is his route running. Like the many Alabama receivers that have come before him, he is a very good route runner. Jerry Jeudy was an elite route runner who came into the draft last year. Calvin Ridley, arguably the best route runner in the entire NFL, also came from Alabama. Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley's teammate, is another great route runner from Alabama. So obviously we know that receivers from Alabama are going to be great route runners, and DeVonta Smith is no different. But this, like I mentioned before, is far from his only strength. He also has great hands. He is able to make some crazy catches even while he is tightly guarded by cornerbacks. Most of the time, if he is in one-on-one coverage, he is going to beat his dude, whether it is with route running or whether it is with his amazing hands. And don't even get me started on his ability to make plays with the ball. His yards after catch abilities are going to be great, and I think that they will translate very well to the next level in allowing him to make big plays. Now, I haven't mentioned very many weaknesses at all in DeVonta Smith's game, and that is because he does have very few weaknesses. He is a very complete receiver, like I mentioned before, and he's one of the best, if not the best, in every single aspect among receivers in this year's NFL draft. But if I did have to highlight one weakness, it would be his strength and size. He is only 175 pounds, which obviously is going to allow him to get pushed around more easily than bigger, more physical receivers. Not that I think he will constantly be getting pushed around, but this is definitely a problem when you are only 175 pounds and as skinny as DeVonta Smith is. And another thing is that being this small, being this low in weight, could also lead to more injuries. Obviously, we don't want anybody to be an injury risk, but when you weigh that much, it is something that you have to worry about. And even though DeVonta Smith hasn't had any huge injuries in his college career, once you get to the NFL, obviously these injuries can come up when you're playing against bigger, faster, stronger competition. So as he gets into the NFL, once he gets drafted, I want to see DeVonta Smith put on some more weight, which I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll get stronger, and I'm sure that this won't be a huge issue. But if I had to highlight one weakness in his game, this would be it. As for where I want to see DeVonta Smith get drafted, my number one choice for him would easily be number 3 to the Miami Dolphins. Teaming him up with his old quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa, giving Tua a big weapon on offense. Not that the Dolphins don't have weapons on offense, but they don't have a really elite superstar receiver. Tua is kind of the main guy on the offensive end for the Dolphins, and I think that adding DeVonta Smith would help him and DeVonta both a ton. There would already be instant chemistry there, but I'm not sure that the Dolphins want to take a wide receiver with a top 3 pick, even though DeVonta Smith is one of the best receivers that we have seen in years. He's one of the most productive receivers that we have seen in years. I'm not sure whether or not the Miami Dolphins want to take him there, but that is definitely where I think he should go and where he would have the most success. Another team that I think could possibly take him is the Cincinnati Bengals at the number 5 pick, teaming him up with Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins and giving Joe Burrow another weapon once he comes back from his injury. I think that this would be a very, very interesting receiver core, and I'm pretty sure that in a couple years it would probably be one of the best receiver cores in the entire NFL, and teaming him up with number 1 pick Joe Burrow would be absolutely scary. I think that the Bengals offense could be very exciting if they were to get DeVonta Smith, but once again, I'm not sure whether or not they want to use a top 5 pick on a wide receiver. And also, like I mentioned before, the Bengals do already have 2 very good young receivers in Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins, so I'm not sure whether or not they will want to take him. But I'm sure that if he does fall out of the top 5, he is easily going to go top 10. I'm not sure which team is going to take him, but like I mentioned before, my first pick for him would be the Miami Dolphins. Anyways, let me know what you guys think and whether or not you think DeVonta Smith should get drafted in the top 5, possibly even top 3. Let me know if you think he's going to be the best receiver from this year's NFL draft, and whether or not you think he could be one of the best receivers in the entire NFL in a few years. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.